Page 24, Hoppity. On this page, they're introducing you to the key of B-flat major. B-flat major has two flats, a B-flat and an E-flat. Remember the key signatures. Sharps have a particular order, and it's always the same order. Flats have a different order, but it's always the same order that they appear in the key signature. So in a flats, the B flat is always the first flat. You have to figure out which flat is it. It's always a B flat. The second flat is always an E flat. Always. So the key of B flat major has E flat and B flat in it. Otherwise, you're playing all the white notes. So now it's time to go do my scale video on B flat major, and go ahead and do the arpeggio video on it and do the trill and tremolo exercises. Just keep it nice and slow. I explain everything in the videos. Let's talk about this. It's 1 page long, sort of, but it has a DC Alfini. It's really a little longer than that. Treble and bass clef, 2 flats in the key signature, B flat major. I already talked about that. It's a common time, or 4/4 time. Let's take the right hand first and see what we're doing, kind of moving around here. And again, I connect everything at first. We'll do all this staccato junk later. So we're here, they want it 1, 2, 3. Here. Normally, I would not recommend that fingering. I don't want to start here. But since all the notes fit very nicely in that one hand position, okay, and right after you play the B, you can slide out. Don't stay up here. No, come out. And during the rest, or during the half note, the left hand plays the half notes, what the LH is for. And you come up here in the right hand. I'm sort of in this position. And then second line is similar to that. Third line, now I'm here. Remember the E flat and the B flat? It's basically the same as we did up above, except I'm here. And then for the end of the third line, I'm back down here. Last line, now I'm up here. E natural, 2, come up here, G, and you can kind of stay here, just come up here, and it's 3. I would recommend here, if you can, use 4th finger on the F, not 3. Come here. I'm sort of in this position for this chord. We're not using all the notes in it, but that's sort of what the chord is, so I'm here. And this way, my thumb's a little closer to the F. I don't have to move as far. Here. Left hand, well, it's just here. And then in the second measure, the LH, the left hand, plays that D up here. And then you come down here. You lift up and move. And then for the last measure, they got 3-1. No. 2-1. Stay here. Don't use 3 on both of these. Here. And then do it again. Third line, you're here. You don't want to be up here. You can do this if you'd rather. That's fine. Then you back down here. Oh, you're here. Don't forget that note. And then that note. Okay. Last line. It's C to C. C to C again. That dotted line, that's for the crescendo. There's no 8VA here. It sits right here. And the last 2 notes is F. Put the hands together. So I'm sort of here. Now, this is fun. Both hands are moving. Do. Oh, isn't that just going to be delightful? You gotta love it. We gotta work that out. Because when you're moving both hands at the same time in the same direction, that's a challenge in itself. But when you're moving both hands at the same time in opposite directions, good luck. So we're here. I would suggest, since the right hand isn't playing, go ahead and get the right hand up here, bring it around, get it above, get ready to go on that note. And that way you only have to you only have to deal with, I'll get there, give me a moment, with the left hand. I'm out here. I know that sounds wonderful. It's not my fault. It has something to do with a hoppity thing. So I'm again at the beginning here. Go ahead, and the right hand here is ready to go. And then do it again. Again, get the right hand up here ready to go. Now here, third line. Now, you can leave the right hand where it is for now. It's the left hand's got to deal with it. It's got to come all the way down here. And as you're playing this, you get the right hand down. And now here, going into the last line, we want the right hand up here. So just, you can get out of the way and move up, or you can go ahead and get the right hand in position ready to go. Because the left hand has rest, it's got time. It's fun. Oh, you gotta love it. I need more coffee for this. Okay. Or wine, I'm not sure which is. Now, once you have the hand sort of figured out, then go back through it and get rid of the hesitations. Keep it as slow as you need to, but no hesitations. And then we'll think about the articulation. And on these staccatos, I'm going to make them all short. I'm going to hinge at the wrist on these. I'm on the key, I'm bouncing off. Get it? You add the staccatos and junk. The only junk I see is the accent at the end. Just play it a little louder. The dynamics, MF is mezzo forte, which is sort of loud. Not loud, just sort of loud. Whatever you think that is. It's going to be both hands for this part. But then in this part, it's the right hand. Keep the whole notes back, soft. And the whole thing is basically there until you get to the end. The bottom there, you see the crescendo with the dashed line. They don't need the dashed line. The crescendo tells you to do it. And you have a forte, so it tells you how to. When you get something like that, you're going to crescendo up to the next. If they give you a dynamic, you're going to crescendo up to it. So you really don't need the dashed line. So we're moderately loud in the first measure. The last line here. And the next one, go up just a hair more, loud. And the last note with the accent makes that one note very loud. So you just crescendo a little bit. I'm like doing it like 2 notes at a time or so. Just barely a little bit. So don't get loud to the third measure. You have to be careful on that. If you don't, you'll be loud by the second measure. You just instantly go up there. Then the speed. Well, onomatopoeia is animated or quick and lively. But it has to be accurate. So what can you do accurately? Well, you're moving around, so you got to look down at the keyboard and look at the music and what that. But you work that out as you're practicing it. You work that out so there's no hesitations anywhere. Explain it, but the roadmap on this, you have the DC Alfine at the bottom. The DC means go back to the beginning, and the Alfine means go to Fine. The Fine is at the end of the second line. So you're just going to go back and play the first 2 lines again. And this hoppity, this bounces along. There's no retard or anything. They're not going to slow down the hoppities. Just keep them going. You don't have to go as fast as I was going. You take it at your speed. If you want to go a little faster, good luck. You almost have to memorize to go fast. It's up to you and your hoppity and what you want to do and what you can do accurately.